Let's check that everything is perfect. Yep, so welcome everyone. Let's check that we have good connection and good sound. So feel free to text me in the chat. And we're gonna see it. Chat. It's already someone. Yep, perfect. Oh, greeting from Madrid, Spain. Yeah, guys, feel free to tell me hi. I'm so glad to see you like with videos. Oh, I love it. Feel free to share if you want, like, how are you and where are you from? Because, like, it's so nice how we all can be connected. So my name is Daria Karanyuk and I'm your guide today. I'm Bliss Coach from the word blissful. And it's about like joy, interest in life, and etc. So it's not really about me today, it's more about you and their topic that we're gonna discuss today. So, super okay sound, super okay image. Thank you. That's so sweet. Okay, all right. So, also what I'm interested in, is it your first time here? I would love to know that. Okay, I see some of it. Okay. Wow. How did you know about this place? That's really also like, I'm always curious how people could find it. Oh, Florida, United States. Okay, love it. How's the weather? Because, like, in my place, it's kind of freezing. I'm in Georgia, Italy. This is my first time. Oh my gosh. What a geography. Not the first time. Get invites in my mail. Yeah, if it's like not first time, of course. Of course. You subscribe and was invited. Okay. I love it. Full of mind. Chilly here. Hope's getting warmer. Okay. So I'll tell you how it's gonna work here for today. First of all, this atmosphere, it's 100% safe. What does it mean? So you could share anything that you want, and I'll try my best to answer and respond to any of your comment and question. If I couldn't do it, we could do it like a little bit later. I will tell you how, but still. Second one. Maybe you have some expectations. Do you have any expectations from this? If yes, just feel free to text. Maybe you saw the topic, or maybe you just, okay, something gonna be new. Let's see what it's all about. And I'm gonna make it for you also. Just feel free, okay? So if we communicate with you, yeah, in this case, it's much easier to have the dialogue, yeah, not a monologue. I'm not a big fan of monologue, but of course I prepared for you just material. And after I made it, I would be glad to know your ideas and opinion, maybe your own experience based on it, because we all have something, okay? Yeah, like today I have like, okay, I'm an expert, but at the same time, I'm absolutely sure that everyone has something to share, so feel free to do it, okay? And after my presentation, you'll also, if you want, you could even like turn on your mic and speak freely about like how it was for you, and maybe you had some doubts. So you don't need, to agree with everything that I say here, but I would be glad to listen to your point of view also. Okay, Caribbean. Okay. Oh, I work since 2003 with teachers, and I want to help them with the relationship with their pupils according emotions. Oh, okay. For you exactly, I would love to. Last week on Tuesday, I had one more stream. It was like the first stream about emotions that I provide. And feel free to watch the recording, because today we're gonna go a little bit deeper. Okay. So let's gonna make. All right. So in this case, let's just start. You ready? You ready to go? Perfect. Oh my gosh. You're so excited. Okay, let's go. Let's go. So first of all, that was really my biggest insight about like emotions, because first of all, I thought that we could have like positive emotions and negative emotions. If you have something the same, if you heard something the same, you can just put plus in the chat. So I would see that we're on the one side, yeah, one perspective. Yeah, I see. I see your pluses. So I will start from this topic today, and maybe for some of you it could be mind blowing. For me, it was when I just started to, explore the emotional intelligence. So, yep, I see. Great. I will tell you different emotions, but what is really the difference between them? What I loved, that they could be helpful and destructive, depends like what you are doing right now, like towards your goal. So that's why, yeah, let's just see some examples. Okay, I prepared for you 10 emotions, and I will just express some ideas. It's not all, yeah, but some ideas when this could be helpful and when not. Okay, if you like, had some kind of experience, if you want to share something, feel free to do it. Okay, even like during my presentations, it's okay, I will read after. All right, so let's gonna make it. Joy, yeah, we feel that it's always good, it's like the best to feel joy and everything, yeah. Okay, on the bright side, we have after completing something, yeah, like a project, achieving a goal, and the joy can serve as motivation for future efforts. Yeah, so it's great, perfect. But on the other side, yeah, on the other hand, well, when we have like too much joy, it can lead to underestimating risks and overlooking details, right? And that could be the problem. Let's go next. I love that you're writing. I'm so glad that it's really useful for you. Okay, let's go next. Grief. You know, a lot of my clients, they, when they come, they ask me like, why it is so painful? I don't want to feel this pain. It's like too much for me. And I always tell them that it's not it's not the solution how to do it. And I will explain a little bit later. So grief, it could be on the bright side, especially like after loss of loved ones. It can allow us expressing feelings of loss. It is important. And also, what is important part, initiate the healing process. This is really like, this is really crucial to feel it, not to block our feelings. Because if we block something because we think that it's too much for us, or not now, or something like that, in this case, we could block all our feelings, and we can become plastic. And it's a big problem because we're gonna lose our energy and lose our desires. We're gonna be totally lost in everything. Okay, let's go on the next. Fear. On the bright side, fear can alert to potential threats and mobilize the body to take action of self-defense. So it's good, it's pretty good. But on another side, it can lead to avoiding new opportunities. Yeah. So it's pretty typical for most of us, especially like also me. I don't say that I'm here like with a crown, you know, but we should be aware of this like theory and how this mechanism works. This is the point. And so we avoid our new opportunities and we limit our personal growth. Because every time it's something new, it is like a big drummer for us. Yeah. And I had also one more really nice stream about overthinking. It was like 2 weeks ago, but still we have the record, so feel free to watch it. Okay, let's go next. Oh, anger. How many people told me that you shouldn't be angry? It's not good. You shouldn't be angry about that. But what is on the plus? Yeah, what is like pros here? Establish boundaries. Hey! Because our anger could 100% show us that something is working not really okay. Something is, you know, mixed, confused. So we better change it somehow. And so establish boundaries. And at the same time, it's about defense. Yeah. When we can't defend our interest in different situations when it's really necessary. For example, there could be like situation anywhere. Yeah. It can be not like physically dangerous, but at the same time, even like today, I had situation with bank in my country, and like they were telling me that I was wrong, but it wasn't like that, and I became angry, and I wanted to protect my rights and everything. So it gave me energy. All right. Okay, I will read your comments after I finish, okay? Because I'll a little bit get distracted. Okay, let's just make it. Oh, go next. Surprise. Looks really positive, right? Really positive. It's about like discovering new opportunities or experiencing unusual events, you know. So it's pretty nice feeling. It's about interest, right? So to make and to live your life pretty interest, because you know sometimes I meet people, they're like around like 20 and they already like, oh my, this world is so predictable, I don't want to leave, it's etc etc etc. So it could be, yeah, if we just block our feelings, it could be like that. But on another side, how to make it? Okay. When we have like permanent surprise, in this case, it could be like always stress for our body, for our energy, and at the same time, it could cause some adaptation to change it and like to change our daily routines, so it could impact on it. But you see, like it's not that bad like we discussed with previous ones. Disgust. Okay. So for harmful habits, yeah, on the bright side, for harmful habits, it can be like motivation. It can serve as motivation to improve our health and lifestyle. Yeah, because we like something is disgusting for us. But at the same time, yeah, on the negative ones, it could create social isolation and kind of like problems with normal interaction with people. Interest. As for me, while I was preparing this and I chose this emotion, I decided like, come on, interest is really good for everyone and every time. But after I tried to go deeper, so let's see, interest. Just new knowledge, yeah? So interest in new knowledge. And it's about like exploration. Yeah, like we contribute the exploration, and it's about like personal growth, professional growth. So it's good. But obsessive interest. Yeah, so when we make it like 300% of interest, it can lead to neglecting other responsibilities and losing focus. So we should just check ourselves how it's gonna go. Satisfaction. Also seems like it should be always good, but let's look. So after completing a task, satisfaction, yeah, can serve a reward and strengthen our motivation. Great. But excessive satisfaction can lead to loss of motivation and achieving your goals, because you know everything is enough. It's already enough. I don't want to move. Why? It's already enough. Anxiety. So many people, they write in their blogs that they do have too much anxiety nowadays, and I can understand it. But there is also a positive side on it, because anxiety can mobilize the search for solutions in complex situations and maintain readiness for action. So it's also about like giving your energy. But if it's like uncontrolled, yeah, so you do it like without any control, in this case could lead to, like that you're frozen, that you're paralyzed, and you couldn't even make important decision. Yeah, so this is like when we make it an extreme. Empathy. It could be really good. Yeah, so for example, empathy for someone's grief, yeah, can support close relationships, and create a sense of social connection. So it's good. But from the other hand, excessive empathy can lead to a sense of helplessness and like some sense of responsibility for others' problem that you couldn't control. You like a radio for everyone's problem except yours, and you forgot about like what do you really want, what's your desires, what's your vectors, goals, whatever. So that's why, as we discussed with you, like 10 just example, and I'm sure you could tell me much more about from your own experience, from your own life, and if you want, feel free to make it. We have just kind of small, break. I want to hear what do you think about info that I'm saying. Like, is it handy for you? Do you agree with that? And after, we're gonna make to some practical. Okay, like we understand, but what are we gonna do? Yeah, but before that, let's see. How are you with this info? And I would say that it's important, as we can see, it's important to find kind of harmony. I don't really believe in balance because it's also kind of stress, but I believe in harmony, that we all need all of these emotions. Yeah, they could be really helpful for us. And that's why to develop emotional intelligence and that is just crucial for our work experience, for our like building relationship and all of that. Okay. Let's see, what do we have? I think I lost one point. I absolutely discussed anger on the positive way, on the bright side, and not negative, right? So on the negative ones, uncontrolled anger can lead to conflicts and damage our relationship. I don't say that we should suppress our emotions, but I'll show you how could be possibilities to control it. Okay. Oh my gosh, you're so silent today. Okay. Okay. I see that you're texting. I understand it. Okay. So it's all right. I see that you're really engaged in all that we are doing here. So let's just move on. Let's continue. And we're going to have discussion after. Okay? Totally agree. I agree with what you said. Perfect. Okay. That's great. So I would love to show you, just give me a second, how to make it interesting perspective. Yeah, as I told you, it's just idea. We could look at this topic from really extreme amount of perspectives. I love it because it's really practical and understandable. So we don't need to, before to prepare ourselves with a lot of many years of psychological sphere and how our body works and etc., philosophical. We discussed a little bit last time that it is just one perspective, yeah, but I love it that it's practical. So I'm gonna share the screen. Okay, let's see. Is it clear picture so you see everything? Yeah, can you see my demonstration? Uh-huh. I see the comment. Some emotions missing. Joy, negative aspect. Ursula, we discussed it. One more time, I will remind it, but still. Joy, negative aspect. That you could be, you could lose, how could I say that? Give me a sec. I just express it really nicely. Yeah, so excessive joy can lead to underestimating risks and overlooking details. Satisfaction, positive aspect. It's about just we have it after, I don't know, let it be when we achieve our goals, and it could help us for further motivation. Okay. And surprise, positive aspect. It's about boosting the interest. Yep. But we discussed it. Yeah. It would be absolutely in the recording. Absolutely sure. Okay. So let's make it like this. What we have, I will just tell you at first in general what we are having here. And after, we're going to go just deep in all of that. So first of all, on the left side, we have reduce and boost. It means of any emotional state. It's just the general. Yes, some can work for different emotions. Okay, we will discuss it. So reduce, it's here. Do you see my mouse? Yeah? Perfect. So when we have now, it means what you can do directly at the moment of emotions, like when you feel it. And preparation, it's what you can do before, right? So how you could help yourself before you got in this critical emotional state. Okay. And also, what is really important, we have here B and M. It means what you can do physically with your body, and M, mind, mentally. As you can see, we have it like in all sectors. But let's look. So first of all, let's work on reducing emotions. Yeah, so we don't suppress, we reduce them. Because if we suppress it, this emotion can live inside of us, inside of our body, 10 years, 20 years, not like any amount of years until like we found it out. Yeah. So let's make, what can we do? Reduce, let's make it. So first of all, use our vocals. It's about like scream, you know, just imagine that we are still kids. Yeah. And what they do when they feel anger, they scream really like wildly. I don't say that you should scream, you know, like just directly at face of the person who caused, yeah, this anger. But for example, yeah, when I text with my bank, I could scream, I don't know, scream in my pillow. I could scream like while I'm alone in my flat, but still I could do it. Yeah. Also, just one comment about screaming. Try not to over push on your vocals. Try to do it from your belly. In this case, it's gonna be okay with your vocals and you would not lose your voice. Okay? Let's go next. PA, physical activity. So if we have, for example, let's make it like anxiety, okay? So if we do physical activity, like we can squat, we can make push-ups, we can even just go for a walk, whatever, yeah, or just run on one place, you know. We would refocus our attention from overthinking here and all the fears to our physical, and that could also help us. Posture, I love it. I already told about it last stream, but I want to recommend it one more time. It's definitely worth it. It's video TED Talk. I think you know what is it, like TED Talk. The name of it, Fake It Till You Make It. And it's pretty nice exploration and investigation, science one, on our posture, open one and closed one, and how it can influence on our feelings. Yeah, so for example, before the job interview, yeah, so some person can sit like this because like, okay, I'm afraid of what it's gonna be, I'm not enough and everything. And the other person could go, I don't know, like to like just to the bathroom, you know. And I tried it by myself, it really worked. Make it like a Superman pose, sorry, like that. Yeah, so your legs like this, yeah, and you're the Superman. And just set a timer for 2 minutes. And that would change everything, because in this posture you couldn't feel, you couldn't have the same thoughts as you had here, like, I think you understand it, I think you got it. Okay, let's go next. Breath. What do we have here? Superman or Wonder Woman pose. Yeah, absolutely. Amy Cuddy, yay! Absolutely. Thanks for texting this. Thanks for texting in the chat. Breath. So there could be two situations. Yeah, if we need to reduce our stress, yeah, let's make it like this. Our breath out should be longer than breath in. It could be like a lot of methods how you could do it, with hold of your breath or without. Yeah, but at the same time, much more you could do like longer the breath in, the exhale. In this case, it's gonna be make calmer yourself. Okay, gonna go next. Tense. I love it. So what's it's all about? Um, when we need to relax, sometimes it's really hard to relax. But what we could do and what our body absolutely would do if we, on our own decision, yeah, make all our body or just part of our body extremely tense, like 300%, really like as hard as you can, it will automatically cause the relaxation process. So for example, you are during the meeting, you're just like talking about someone, about something really important, and you feel that like your emotions, they are rising. So in this case, just try to tense, for example, just your leg, because no one would notice it. Of course, it would take some like practice for training it, but at the same time, yeah, you could do it. And it would be like, no one would see it. Okay, let's go next. Relax if you can do relax. Yeah. Focus on physical. It is about our sensations. Okay. It could also help us to bring us back to reality. Why is it important? For example, we are working with fear, and because we are thinking about something like in future, and we have all this like doubts or maybe just some frightening thoughts and everything. But to be honest, if you look around, now you are safe. Just right now, you are safe. So in this case, you could just remind yourself, okay, I understand, I feel fear, it's okay, but this is about future, and now I'm okay, I'm safe. That is all right for me to feel it. I even love this example about cat. So you can pet a cat or any other animal. So feel free to do it. That's why you could go like for a walk and pet if you don't have your animal. Yeah, so you could go outside because they are really like, living their life just at that moment. It's not about like living in the past, nostalgia, or like having anxiety about future. They're like directly just right moment. Yeah, so they can also help. Timeouts in general, any kind of timeout. Yeah, if you have like struggle and quarrel with someone, every time you could say, I'm sorry, I just need like timeout. Just 5 minutes, sometimes it could be a week. And this is okay to ask for it. This is your right. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 sense exercise. Yeah, I love it. I love it. Could you please write down? Could you please write down what it's all about? I love this exercise also. Let it be in our chat. I would read it after. Okay, so it's all about our body. Let's move to our mental ones. What it could be. Identify the thought. What does it mean? Okay, why am I feeling? Why am I feeling what I'm feeling? What am I thinking? Yeah, as we discussed last time, that it usually, from one perspective, yeah, as I told you, it could be based on our thoughts. And if it's not thoughts, maybe we could also observe and notice our body. Maybe it's not okay with our body. So what's the why we feel it? Shift your attention. It's also what we could do. We could transfer our attention from, for example, I see the really beautiful light out there, and I could like look at it. I can look on this at the sky. I could look to I could observe some sounds and all of that. Yeah, so that's how we're shifting our attention. And think of something positive. For this, if you already have like really big list of something positive, great. But if not, it could be really hard to remember just that moment when you have really strong emotions. It's okay. That's why we're gonna work with our preparation. Okay? So we switch to our preparation. All that we discussed on the left side, it is also really good connected with training habits when we have our usual state, yeah, when we could have it. So let's see, breath training. Yeah, it's about like training how you could reduce your emotional state, just in general. You're like this everywhere, like in a hurry or something like this. And how you could like so it's all about how fast you could switch your emotion, because it would gonna work for you and for all your tasks and goals. Give me a second. I should turn on my Leppy. Okay. Sport. Yeah. If, for example, you've never done any squat and push-ups and anything, and during the stress you just, okay, Daria told us that we should do squats. Come on, just please take care, okay? Because it should be like, be careful in this all. Change the environment. Sometimes we can find out that, okay, do we still have, perfect. Sometimes we just need to change something not only inside of us, sometimes it's even like outside the environment. I'm not talking about only physical objects, I'm also talking about people around you. So maybe you just reduce time with them, or maybe you reduce some ways of activity. It's really important to ask yourself, we discussed it, I think you don't know about it. I understood that some of you really would love to go deeper and to continue like this supportive atmosphere between our practices, between our streams. So I created a group chat and you can join it. And there, for example, we've done exercise in like everyone is moving in their own pace to do it. But at the same time, it's about what gives you energy and what like takes, where you waste your energy and why maybe, and how you could tune it. So it's also a nice one. And it's all about like preparation. It could be different type of therapy, but in this case, I'm just telling you that it's not that you always should go to specialist. No, but if you don't have enough skills for reflecting, in this case, really nice therapist or coach or anyone could help you to have this your own skills, to boost it so you could do it next time by yourself. Journaling could be in written form or in audio messages, depends on you, but still it's about how you just take all out of yourself. During journaling, for example, you could scream, yeah, because for example, one moment you automatically suppressed anger, but you still have it in your body, so you could take it out of you. If we go to mental one, it's about anchors. Anchors, it means, if you don't know, do you know what is it anchor? Yeah, in this perspective, I'm not talking about like sheep, but it's any, it could be music, it could be some gesture, movement, word, anything. what can bring you to one kind of state, maybe to self-confidence, maybe to believing in yourself, or maybe to calmness. So any of them. As I told you, yeah, create list what uplift your mood and implement daily. Yeah, so it's about some like thoughts that we could make or activities that we could do. For example, like going for a walk, just like enjoying being in the sun, just the sunlight on my skin or something. It depends on you. I love it. I know it about myself. And one time I found out that for me it gives much more energy not only being at the sun, but looking how the sunlight goes through the leaves. But for finding it, we should ask ourselves like question and give it like time and space to notice. Okay. Set a reminder. What's it all about? We discussed that it is much easier to, navigate through emotions. First of all, when you know what exactly you are feeling right now, and it could be like a cocktail of feelings and emotions. So in this case, yeah, let's make it like this. Set a reminder. What are you feeling right now? And you can do it like 3 times a day randomly. And every time observe what are you feeling. And also, if at the beginning it's kind of hard for you to remember like what exact feelings do we have, yeah, you can use like a chart or a table of emotions. So it's up to you. All right. Oh yeah, and I wrote here, join our group chat, because there it could be like reflective, so you can text anything. Like I love that we are sharing there what's going on with us, and we are supporting each other, and we could try to help and exchange. Yes, so it's not like someone is really good, someone is not. It's just about like having exchange in supportive atmosphere. Oh my, guys, how are you? Are you still here? So many info from me today. Okay, I'll try to make it a little faster. Oh, okay. Yeah, NLP associations. Yeah, it's about anchors could be also. Yeah. Daily gratitude practice is very helpful. And we will discuss it, yeah? So daily gratitude practice, I would say that for me, it's more about boosting, yeah? So it's more about boosting the feeling, boosting the state of joy, of just while I'm grateful, while I can value what I have right now, while I could appreciate. So that's why for me it's more like boost, but I love it. I think I will just edit right now. Let's make it. Why not? Gratitude practice. Whites. Gratitude practice. What it's all about. So I love your ideas and thanks for participating here. You see, like you could influence this, and this could be like really huge impact. Okay, what could boost? First of all, you would not, maybe some of you, but you couldn't underestimate how it's important just physically smiling. Just usual smile. I remember I had an experiment during 3 days. Every day I should smile minimum 100 times, and I should count it. And I remember how my state inside of me changed, because the focus, mind focus has changed also. And I saw much more opportunities. And as my energy also changed, different people, they noticed me and they would love to join to this energy, and they would love to suggest me something that they wouldn't suggest me before, yeah, while I was with different energy. And that's okay. Music could work for all of us. It could help us to go to, like, to our journey sadness. It could be about boosting your energy, like motivation. Yeah. So for example, like Eye of Tiger. Yeah. When we're just, yeah, I can do it. Yeah, let's make it. Or it could be something really romantic ones. So any of them. Yeah. And if we're also talking about like some sadness, yeah, it could be good state for our reflection. Yeah, while we're like only on our excessive emotions, it could be kind of hard to be like in reflective. Okay, what's next? Videos. For example, I have, when I understand that I have some, I forgot the word. Okay, when I understood that I didn't cry for a long period of time and I have something like blocked inside of me, and I have several TV series that I watch and it always makes me cry. So I'm absolutely sure that if you look back through your entire life, you could find these tools for yourself. Risk visualization. Yeah. For example, if you want to boost, let it make like anxiety. Yeah, you could make this risk visualization. So usually we don't do it here, yeah, during our streams, but it could be. It is an option how you can make it. Of course, goal visualization. I already switched to mental ones. Okay, we're gonna come back. Goal visualization. We several times did it here, yeah, and I remember like tones of your messages, how you loved it and how many insights you got. Physical activity, yeah, so it also could be about boosting some of your state. Affirmations also work, like they works really good, because as we discussed in the stream about thinking and mind in generally, in our brain it works like that. During one moment we could think only about one thought. So that's why affirmation works. It's not about like some magic. Like we could switch our thoughts really fast, but at the same time, we could, while we choose the good thought, there is no place for the thought that could destroy us. But there was really nice stream about it. Okay. I see you're texting something. Just a second. Dive into past experience. In most cases, we all had a different emotion state. Yeah, so try to remind yourself, where were you when you felt, I don't know, you want to make it like happiness. Yeah. So when was the last time you felt happiness? What was around you? What were you thinking about? So try to, rebuild with all the details as you could imagine. Okay. Surround yourself with colors. I watch Harry Potter when I got apathetic or depressed. I find all of your tools helpful. I think the clue for me is to identify the emotion in order to choose the right tool to help. Yeah. So as I told you, Ursula, the stream 1 week ago, it wasn't last stream, but stream one week ago. So it's all about the skill to identify your emotions. So what exact are we feeling? And I remember, please don't don't push yourself about like, okay, I already watched 2 streams about emotions, I should understand all of them. Well, as I remember, I spent around like 1.5 years during really hard education when we trained it millions of times, and still it was not easy to find out sometimes, and it's okay. Yeah, so just ask ourselves what we could ask ourselves. Just right now, am I keep practicing this habit to identify emotions, or I gave up? So this is kind of 2 options that we have here. All right, and let's go next. Preparation. Yep. So also like sport, meditation, yoga. So it means like you could find any kind of physical activity that like it's up to you, that you're really into. Oh, I love it, that fake the emotion. If you watch the video about like fake it till you make it, the other version of it, it called like fake it till you become it. So you would see the exploration, investigation, how it all works within our mind and within our body. Sleep well. Yeah, I just added here because sometimes we just should physically take care about the basic ones. Sleep, food, just some routines that like works for us. Yeah, like changing the environment. So like pretty simple ones, but sometimes we could forget about it. And that's okay. Like we're all people, but that moment we notice it like, oh, I forgot about it. Let's go back on a track. Okay. As you can see, like coach, change appearance, blah, 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 blah. I love all of this. I love all of this, but I'm a little bit afraid that it's like too much info. So are you okay? Yeah? Okay. I see. Thanks for your response. So list of situations when you had this feeling. Yeah, so just be ready. For example, I made it in my own notes. Just I took my telephone and I was like, okay, I have note when I made something what I could be proud of. And I was like, okay, I made this, and that. And it's really helpful when I have not really good state. I could open this note and I'm just, oh, I forgot about it. That was really awesome. So something like that. So don't underestimate these like really simple, but they're powerful. Get a pet if you don't have any. That is a nice example. Talk to people with the emotions that you're trying to boost. Sometimes, for example, if we talk about anger, my anger was blocked for decades. Really, decades it was blocked, and I didn't understand how it even worked. And that's why I tried to talk with different people who were already connected with this feeling, and not in destructive way, yeah, but in just like harmonical way, I would say. I take care of 10 cats and 3 dogs. Ursula, you don't need to get a pet. I love it. 4 beautiful guinea pigs. Oh my god. Guys, I want photos. Send me in Telegram photos. Dear admins, could you please add the link so people could find me in Telegram? They could join the group chat. And guys, I just started my LinkedIn. So if you have LinkedIn, feel free to connect. It would like really help me from this perspective. Yeah, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, dear Lily. What we have here? The last one, okay, that I'm gonna tell you. Change people around you. I love the phrase. Just listen to it. You can't change people, but you can change people. Yeah, so what does it mean? Yeah, we couldn't change like how they behave, but we could choose what kind of people gonna be around us. So I think this is terrific phrase. And uh, sometimes we can forget about it, but that's okay. So we could come back. We can always come back on track. Okay. I think it's absolutely not all tools, absolutely not all. But as for our stream today, I think it's like just enough. And as for now, if you have any other ideas, or maybe you want to share your own experience, or even you want to turn on your mic and share something, feel free to do it. We still have like around like 5-7 minutes for that. And it's absolutely okay. And I would be glad to talk to you.
Hi, may I say something?
Sure.
Yeah,
Hey.
my name is Ali, and I'm a Brit, but based in Madrid. Um,
Hmm.
on that very last note, it helps me think about two pictures, two metaphors. One is a cheerleading team, and you are the person that they are cheerleading. So you need to choose the people around you that are going to be cheering you on the best because you want the best cheerleading team. And if they're not cheering you on, then maybe you could consider not cutting them out, but distancing yourself from them a bit more. So that somebody else who is cheering you on comes in their place. And then the other picture for me is I've never been, but I love watching Formula One racing on TV. And I follow the season on TV. And every driver is only there in the race because of the team behind him. Everybody in that pit crew plays their part and knows their part and works together as a team so that that driver can get round the circuits. So you need to, or we, I should say, when we're considering the people that are closest to us, should consider them, if they're not as the cheerleaders, as the pit crew, the ones who you can turn to for help and support or encouragement, the ones who are going to be able to be there for you when you're feeling fragile, the ones that you can celebrate the good times with, your crew, your people, and the most effective, sorry, the drivers who win the races have the most effective teams behind them. So think of yourself as that driver who needs that good pit crew.
You you couldn't imagine how your speech made me feel. I had like goosebumps. It's a little bit like maybe a little cry and all of this. I was like, "Oh my, this is so inspiring." So thanks a lot for sharing.
And
And
also, you might be sitting there thinking, oh, no, no, no. But you deserve the very best people in your life. Each of us deserves that. And it's okay to set boundaries around yourself where you have an elite team, an elite pit stop crew, the best. So never feel guilty or ashamed or worried about asking people around you for help, asking them for support, and sharing your fun times with them, the successes as well. Because, in the words of L'Oreal, that famous shampoo company, you're worth it.
bam! Bravo. I do applause. You know, I had so many like tiny insight while you were telling. Could you please remind your first point? Just a little remind, because I had something to share.
Yeah, it was about having a cheerleading team around you. And the picture for me is the big American football pitch field, I think is the correct word. And seeing that the team, not just the girls nowadays, I noticed there are men there as well, who do these amazing tricks and lifts and throws, all in the honor of the football team. And that's the image that I have when I allow people into my closest part of friendship.
Yeah. Well, thanks a lot for even like giving more details about this point. What I want to say that when we found out that something is working not okay, for example, like in communication with someone, or it could be with any activity that we're like showing or working on or something. So one day we could find out that it's like taking much more that gives. Yeah. And the first one, yeah, we could say we can just isolate. It could be, or delegate or something like that. But at the same time, if we have, this is the most important, if we have resource right now to go deeper, in this case, we could go deeper and say like, what exactly, like, give me, like, what exactly the trigger here? What exactly I don't like? Why exactly I don't like? How I would love to have it? Yeah, so if we want to go deeper, and but it's okay that sometimes we don't have enough resource, and this is absolutely fine to isolate and say like, no, I'm not ready for this right now. So always ask ourselves, like, am I ready right now to do some changes? We could want to have these changes, but maybe for now we just we better have the recharge before, so after we could continue. And the next one about that everyone deserves, it is so easy to say it, but it's much harder to do it in our life. So I would start here from our self-confidence. And I want to share that in our group chat, I already sent some practices how you can go deeper and boost your self-confidence. So feel free to join. And so it all starts from how we see ourselves and what we feel. It's about not thinking, but what we feel we deserve. So that's where we could start our work. Yep. I see. Okay. So if you don't have any question, oh, I have question. Give me a second. Please, can you say anything about when certain emotion overlaps with chronic disease? It's how help to prognosis. Oh, well, let's make it like this. I'm not having like medical education, yeah, or like any. So I'm not sure that I could here be helpful, and for sure it's not enough info for this like really strong question. So let's make it like this. You could text me with more details in Telegram, and if I can answer you something, I will. If I can't, I'll try to find the person who could help you, because I do have a lot of colleagues with different education ones. Okay, so as the tradition, I want to say that I really thank you for being here, for your questions, for like your notes that I saw you were making during this. And if you want to thank me, feel free to do it like in LinkedIn or in Telegram. So it's up to you. What do you want? How it's much easier for you, and how do you want to express? I'm a big fan of videos, because I could see the voice of a person and their eyes and everything. So, and I don't say you goodbye. I don't want to say you goodbye. I want to say that see you here on our practices in Full of Mind on Tuesday and Thursday. The practice is gonna be with me, and at the same time, see you in my Telegram, see you in LinkedIn, in any other. So you could just open the link and find me. Okay. I think the more positive you can be, the stronger your defense system, but not sure how. Well, okay, let's make it like this. In my Ali, as I understood, you answered the previous question. If I'm not answering you like an expert, because I couldn't take the responsibility to answer this question as an expert, but I could share what I feel as a person. And as for me, in most cases, our body, it's not our enemy, it's our friend, and it just really shows to us that something is not okay, that we have some troubles, maybe with our beliefs, maybe with our mindset. And if it just shows that, haha, hey, we better do something with it, or it's gonna be worth. And if we try to ignore it, it's absolutely gonna be worth. For example, even like really hard disease, I had the experience with my mom. She was suppressing a lot of her desires. She had really strong beliefs that didn't work on her. And one day she found out that she had breast cancer. Yeah. And that was like really hard. It was also like really hard for me and for our family and everything. But that experience changed her life and changed her mind, like all the lifestyle and how she let herself to live. This is just example that I have like in my close relatives. And yeah, I think I'll pause here. But if you want to discuss it further, feel free to text me in Telegram. We could make it. You're always welcome. Always welcome. Thanks for your sincere question. I know that it's like really vulnerable sometimes to ask it. That's why I want to share, to be vulnerable here also, because I feel that this is the safe place I created, and Full of Mind also created this place. I have experience with my mom too, send you love vibes. Okay, guys. So I don't say you goodbye. I wish you to have fantastic day, and always, if no one today told you, no, wait a second. In case no one told you today that you're perfect, I'm saying it, and you deserve everything, everything that you could imagine. Because if it just appears in your mind, you could do it. And if you need any help, I'll be there for you. Okay. So, bye-bye.